All right. Welcome to Nersey, the number one show for geopolitics and references to people that you don't know. My name is Drew. I am joined by
Trey.
And I'm Slava from Canada.
Hey, before we get into, the topic of the episode and stuff, two things. I'm going to ask them each in, order.
Okay.
Number one, do y'all want to know what I just got from the butcher a couple hours ago?
Yes.
Okay. Half a pound of sweet, or a little over half a pound of sweet Italian sausage.
Okay.
About 3/4 of a pound of kale sausage. So that's about 2 of each.
Okay.
The main reason I went over there was had to get 4 chicken breasts.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the little prince, my dog, refuses to eat kibble straight anymore. So now I got to mix it up with like sweet potato listen, I got to mix it up with like sweet potato and chicken and frozen peas and all. Or yeah,
Yep.
Little bougie ass dog. I love him. I love him so much. Got a jar of sweet white miso.
Okay.
Got a tin of cod liver.
Cod liver oil?
No, just cod liver, but it's also in its own. You ever had cod liver?
No, I've never had any liver.
It's the foie gras of the sea.
Do you eat it raw?
Yeah, also just like crush a little bit of fucking sea salt on top of that. I mean, it's already kind of salty enough, but if you want that texture, yeah. I also got a tin of anchovies.
Okay.
Got about a pound of potatoes, pound and a half of yellow onion, which is just one yellow onion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all organic, all local, by the way. Got 2 lemons, got a thing of scallions, got some garlic, got some shallots, and once again, for the little prince, 2 dog treats.
Can I guess how much that cost?
Yes.
That cost $240.
No. Less than half of that.
What?
120?
Less than that.
America's crazy.
90?
97.80.
Wow.
That's insane.
In a good or bad way.
That was like a corpse full of meat.
Yeah, you did buy an entire animal cumulatively.
That's insane. Have you ever fed your dog quail eggs?
Look, if I feed him 1 quail egg, I got to feed him quail eggs for the rest of his life. Probably just like the rest of my life because he's going to live to be 60 out of spite.
Well, he's eating so well, you know?
Yeah, he's half Chihuahua, half Schnauzer. They're the 2 biggest dickheads in the dog world. So yeah, he has so much hate in his heart. It's good. He's gonna be like fucking, what is it, Senator Palpatine in Star Wars?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like that. He's a fucking Sith Lord. Yeah.
We just got our dog, the farmer's dog, because we don't want to do that exact thing that you are now doing.
So it's actually not that bad. It's like 2 chicken breasts to get him through a week. Mm-hmm. So we freeze 2 of them. Cook you just like boil them. You like take the skin off, boil them for like 20 minutes, cooks them all the way through, chop it up into little pieces and all, and then like you also fluff it with like you boil a couple of sweet potatoes at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Ancho loves like the frozen vegetables, like the vegetable medley or whatever from the grocery store because he likes chewing through it and likes like cold shit. So that little mixture gets you through the week like real easy.
So you just add like just frozen vegetables unthawed,
unsteamed. Yeah,
that's interesting because that's like one of
it's good for his teeth too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to be chewing on like hard shit if you're a dog.
And Trey doesn't let his dog have bones because all the bones are going into the broth.
Yeah, pretty much. He'll never taste a bone a day in his life. Yeah. Second off, I don't know if y'all heard that. We probably maybe talked about this. I don't remember, but we're a week and a half away from Vice being out of Williamsburg.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, the office is shutting down at the end of the month.
Damn, I love that.
Or
I love
like,
that for him.
I don't know if it's exactly at the end of the month, but like, yeah, they're cleaning house and shit. Like, yeah, and Slava told us that the Vice office in Canada is now TikTok.
That's right.
I don't know if what does the Vice office in Williamsburg lend itself to?
The farmer's dog.
So I was talking with a friend earlier, and it'd be really funny if it became like a Target or a TJ Maxx. It's just like a very nice outdoor cafe or some shit.
I would love if it actually reverted back to being 285 Kent, like the venue.
Oh, it just becomes like a squatter spot.
Exactly, yeah.
I want it to
That
be
would
a
be
CBGBs, but like not the original CBGBs, the ones that are in airports now.
Yeah, maybe they could turn it into a Vice store that just sold like Spencer's Gifts style shit.
Yeah, that'd be tight. I'd buy some stuff. They were gonna finally open up the old Blue Last bar. Only one kind of beer. Tastes like shit.
Oh man, did y'all ever go in the office when they had that like little mini brewing display in it when Old Blue last first started?
No.
Probably.
It was like a whole. They had the vat and I don't know all the technical terms for brewing and shit, but yeah, they had the vat and the pot and what other equipment, and then just said "Old Blue last" across the front. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't functional, but it still kind of smelled.
They just couldn't like pour enough rubbing alcohol on it to get it clean.
I guess not.
Speaking of random people making wines, do you guys follow what's his name? Fuck, Freddie Gibbs's manager, Lambo. Do you guys follow Lambo on Instagram?
Yeah, but he pops up on the timeline every once in a while.
He just made a wine. It is an orange wine, and I believe it is called Faderade.
You could already see Trey warming up those fingers. Get ready to roast the shit out of this fucking wine. He's about to read into the terpenes, the bouquet.
Are you talking about the tannins, you fucking idiot?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a high terp wine. My favorite wine is a sativa, I think.
Stop saying terp. Sipping Faderade. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like the label stands out. That's one of the most important things. Like, you know, wine people don't want to admit this, but as long as you have a cool label, it's going to sell.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can do the whole like, oh no, this is a traditional French from whatever you're doing. Nah, man, I want a dude on a skateboard shooting a gun. Oh, yeah, I would buy that wine every day of the week, man. It could just secretly be like old Minute Maid in it. I'm still gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, no, the branding on this wine is impeccable.
Let's see if there are any reviews of Faderade yet.
What kind of wine is it?
Orange, which is also perfect because it looks like Gatorade, but you get faded off it.
I'm gonna buy a bottle of this. Okay, I'm also gonna bring this up with the wine buyer at work. But let's see. Okay, Faderade is our latest collaboration with our friend Freddie Gibbs. This is a tropical aromatic orange wine with bright acidity. Tastes like white peaches, apple juice, and pear nectar. Okay, all right. Lightly spicy and bitter on the finish, but remain. Let's see the. Okay, so it's 90% Riesling, 5% Pinot Blanc, and 5% Gerwers. Ooh, I've always fucked the pronunciation of this one up. Gerwers Tremian. I just call him Gerwurst because the last half of this fucks me up. But like, yeah, okay. It's a Riesling. Definitely bright.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Freddie Gibbs's wine. The white peach is one of the flavors. We're going to have to make sure we spread the word on this wine.
Yeah. I feel like this probably has some nice pull on it too. Like, you know, like when you sip a wine and then like that little afterwards, like you kind of pull your cheeks in a little bit. Like,
Yeah, this definitely, yeah.
Like a slow tang. Yeah, it probably has a lot of pull on it.
I think the point of this, though, is that Freddie Gibbs should come on Nersey.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I think I realized that my friend iced me like 3 weeks ago.
We're like Smirnoff iced?
Yeah, yeah.
How did this go down?
Well, my friend Kevin spent the night at our place recently because he was like going to the place that he was going to teach this semester, do like a residency at or some shit. And his car broke down as he was on his way to State College, where he usually teaches to get his stuff. And so he spent the night here, and he sleeps in this room that I record the show in. And for whatever reason, I had not like been sitting at this computer and looked to the left for a while, but then I just did. And I noticed this on my windowsill. Yeah.
He literally did leave you a bottle of Smirnoff Ice. Trey was right. Is that a thing you guys say in America?
And you have to do it right now. You have to get on one knee now and chug it.
Chug.
I'm not gonna
chug, chug, chug.
Well, you have to at least get on one knee and do it.
All right. I'm getting on a knee, and
Drew is drinking the Smirnoff Ice as he looks up at this. Oh my God, he's
Oh,
done.
he put that down pretty. That's not even like a traditional flavor, was it? What is that, like a lemonade?
it's natural lemon lime.
Ain't nothing natural about that.
Well, no, it's the flavor of a natural lemon lime. They didn't claim to be natural lemon lime. I think you have to learn American food phrasing, Slava.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like detergent.
Yeah.
Man, that seems like it was bad.
Like rancid.
Yeah, because Kevin and I, because we're like adults, we ice each other still, and he bought a case of Smirnoff Ice like a year and a half ago that has sat in the trunk of his car for 2 summers in a row.
Oh.
Is that why after drinking it you sound like RFK?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't want to point out that Drew's voice like did definitely change.
Oh, that tasted like it had turpentine in it. If I die in this podcast, like somebody just like text Emily and tell her to come save me.
Do you guys know what a red rocket is? It's when you drink mix that exact thing that Drew just drank with beer, 50-50.
Smirnoff Ice and beer?
Yeah.
What?
I thought you were about to talk about when your dog has a boner.
That too. Yeah. That's a different type of red rocket. You shouldn't drink that one.
Oh my God. So over the weekend, we went to Collingswood, New Jersey, and it's like a very cute town, and it has a taxidermy store in it for some reason.
Okay.
And so we're like, all right, well, we obviously got to go in this fucking taxidermy store. And there's 2 very friendly dogs there. And this guy comes out the back and just starts telling us a really long, involved story about how he, like, 6 months ago blacked out while walking his dogs and fell on the ground and hit his head and was like bleeding out and could have died. But then like a random woman saved him. And as he's telling us this story, which lasted like 15 minutes, his dogs are just behind him humping. And and like the male dog was intact. And so like I felt like I need to say something to this guy because, you know, if his dogs are like humping, it could impregnate the other dog and then he could have a litter.
So, you got 13 more dogs.
Exactly, yeah. But also
101 of their Dalmatians.
Yeah. But also I obviously could not say like, hey dude, your dogs are like fucking behind you, because he's telling a story about how he almost died.
Man, I hate when people do that. Like, you just met this person, now they're telling you their like innermost problems. I don't know what to do in these situations. You know, I don't like when people do that.
That's why I just try to look mean all the time when I'm out in public, so people don't want to say shit to me.
I might have to start doing that. I'm too damn approachable.
There was a guy actually yesterday who tried telling me about like when he was in the psych ward in high school and shit, and I was like, bro, I do not need to hear about this.
How long did you know him before you started unloading?
I literally had known him for 8 seconds. I'm sitting there reading by myself. He's like, you mind if I join you? I was like, there's like 7 other benches around here, so yeah.
This is a Nersey PSA. Leave people alone with your bullshit, okay?
Yeah, some of y'all a little too comfortable. It's like, nah, man, I just want to get to know people. I just want to know the way. I don't want to get to know you, motherfucker.
Or just start with sports.
Leave me alone.
Tell me what you like about sports or movies. Don't tell me your trauma.
Yeah. He's like, I love everybody. And so I was like, why are you still talking? Like in my head, I'm just like, yo, please stop. Like, and I just get up and go stand in the bathroom for 2 minutes and then go sit in another section and keep reading.
Drew, did you guys get anything at the taxidermy store at least?
No, it was not a place where the taxidermy stuff was for sale. It was like the guy would like, if you brought him something that you had killed while hunting, he would taxidermy the stuff for you.
Okay.
And Oh, the other thing is like he's just telling this fucking story, and Emily and I were like, we're gonna pop in for 1 second, and then we're going to leave this store and go with our friends to the reservation at the restaurant that we had. And so this dude also made us like 10 minutes late for our reservation.
Yeah, you guys are just too damn nice.
I mean, well, that's the other thing, that it might be a tactic, like leading with a traumatic thing might be a tactic to make someone talk to you, because like if I come up to you guys at a party, you don't know me, and I'm like, hi, my name's Drew, I like to watch basketball.
I would love that so much.
Allen Iverson shot my cousin when I was in the 3rd grade.
Like, what? Yeah, exactly. Like you can just turn around, you can be like, oh yeah, that's great, and then turn around and talk to your actual friends. But if I come up to you at a party and yeah, I'm like, Allen Iverson, what did you say, Trey?
Shot my cousin.
Yeah, Allen Iverson shot my cousin when I was 7. I've never been the same since. You just have to keep talking to them until they unload.
Not me, bro. I'm built different.
Yeah, I think my thing is like, I have a rule against ever sharing my L's in public. Yeah, you will never know what's bothering me or what my weaknesses are unless you're one of my close loved ones. Even then, I might just like, I'll just not tell you. So that's shit for therapy, so I'll get my money's worth.
So Trey, as you are someone from the Mid-Atlantic region who went to college in the South and now lives in the North, of those 3 regions of the East Coast, which of them as a whole are more likely to share some deep shit?
Honestly, man, I don't know if you could say by region, because every place I lived in those places was like had different population densities. So like in New York, you're just going to meet a lot more people, which means you meet a lot more weirdos and freaks.
Yeah.
Pejorative, in the pejorative sense, not the, good way. These are the ones who dress like they're at Burning Man all the time, and they get the weird kind of drunk at bars.
Yep.
And yeah, they just start telling you about shit you did not need to know about at all.
Yep.
And in the South, people are just like very polite in their reactions to those kind of things, and then talk shit about you when you walk away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then I don't know, DC area, it's just like, I only really, like growing up, I only really hung out with like non-transplants. It wasn't until I got back home after college where I was meeting people who had moved to DC. And it was like, oh, well, you're the problem here. I don't like you that much. Yeah. There are some cool transplants, but like DC transplants are different, where like people will come to New York and it's like, oh, the Big Apple, nowhere like it. And like they might move into a gentrified neighborhood or anything, but it's still like, I listen to Biggie. Yeah. They at least have like some respect for the culture of the place and all. And like they stay for like a decade and a half, maybe the rest of their entire fucking lives. Who knows? Atlanta, like people move down there for the party scene and stuff, and then they meet the love of their life and they move out to the suburbs. DC is full of people who come from the most annoying parts of the country and the world at large. No, they're only going to stay for 2-3 years for like, so they can get that government job on their resume, and still need every single thing. It's like, no, there's not a Chipotle right here. Yeah, I'm moving away in 2025, but that's not the point. And yeah, they just complain about everything about the city. They only leave they live within like a fucking 4-mile radius of Capitol Hill, and that's their entire life. They don't try to learn shit else about the city.
So these people have never heard of like Shy Glizzy or Fugazi.
Or Wale.
Dude, these people, they moved to the city that invented go-go music, and they get upset when people playing go-go outside.
God damn it.
Drew, are you like, would you consider yourself a Southern person or an Appalachian person?
I would say that I am from the South, despite my like not really having an accent. My dad's from the North and my mom's from the Pacific Northwest. And also I was pretentious growing up. So I don't really have
a Southern trait? Oh, that's why you don't have an accent. I see.
Yeah. But like, like very much culturally, like I identify with the South, especially like in terms of like food and like music. I don't know. Like it blew my mind recently when Mono came on the show and called Young Jeezy old school, because in my mind, and like random, because in my mind,
Well,
like Jeezy was like a monolith. Because that's like what everyone listened to in my high school. Like I would go to parties and even the jocks were playing 3-6 Mafia off their MP3 player.
It's funny, like, because I don't think a lot of people, like the younger generation, maybe they weren't there, so they don't understand like what Jeezy was when Jeezy was, you know, like
Yeah.
that 05, 06, like till about the recession and shit. It was like Jeezy, that Jeezy Gucci thing lasted as long as it did for a fucking reason.
Yeah, man.
It was like these were two dudes who were really just at like the top of it. And yeah, like if you don't remember people walking around in snowman t-shirts and then also 3 weeks later snowman t-shirts being banned from certain venues and places and schools, yeah, even though you can't ban the snowman was banned.
You can prevent the snowman from being worn.
Yeah, the snowman's inevitable.
The snowman is an idea. You can't ban an idea. He's like the fucking V for Vendetta guy.
that would be sick if like Anons got really into Jeezy instead of that movie.
That would have been way better. I would have had so much more respect for them.
Drew, what else happened in Collingwood?
Went to a lovely sushi restaurant. And before that, Emily and I saw a fucking UFO.
Okay, I don't believe you, but tell me all about it.
Okay. Well, so we're walking along the street to meet our friends Yuri and Tony.
What time?
And 6:40 p.m.
The sun is out?
The sun is out.
Okay.
And we are walking on the sidewalk. We look in the sky and we see what appears to be a balloon like drifting off into the air. And we had seen like a guy hang gliding the other day, and we'd seen a hot air balloon the other day. So we were like, oh, let's take a moment and look at this. Only the balloon doesn't go up the way like a balloon does when it's been let go by a kid or whatever. It starts going sideways and then it changes direction and comes towards us. And it's like doing this thing where it's getting bigger and then smaller and bigger and then smaller, as if it's like propelling itself. And then it stops above us. To me, it seems like a small balloon that's like 50 feet in the air. To Emily, it was a big thing that was like half a mile up in the air, whatever. And then it stops. It hangs out for a second, and then it starts flying away. I mean, it was a UFO in the sense that it was a flying object that was unidentified by us.
What color was it?
Blue. Or no, it was pink. It was pink. Oh, the other thing is I tried to take a fucking photo and video of it with my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And when I took the photo, it didn't show up on the screen, even though like I had it in the frame.
This is probably just that fighter jet that the military lost.
Wait, did the military lost a fighter jet?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all didn't hear about this shit?
I think it landed over by your ends too.
Yeah, fucking the military, like they were doing some exercise or something, and like the pilot accidentally ejected himself. But left the plane on autopilot, so it just
So that's what they said happened. What people think happened is that the F-35s are getting hacked.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
By anonymous? By guys in V for Vendetta masks?
Yeah, that's right. By guys who were too late on the Young Jeezy train to get in on that. But I don't know. Again, like I go on a different type of internet. It's called the Canadian internet.
Yeah, who is
Jordan Peterson runs it. It's like a thing. It's like with vacuum tubes and stuff like that. That's how we got to do it.
You have like the internet from John Wick that's just the like pneumatic tubes.
Exactly. That's right. And it's just Jordan Peterson doing all of it in his stupid fucking suits. Zoot suit villain. Can I just tell you a story real quick about jail?
Yes.
So guys who've been in jail for a really long time, they don't understand what drones are, right? Obviously. But This is the most popular way to get drugs in a jail because you just fly them over, you drop them in nice and easy. when they look up in the sky and all of these drones are flying around, they say it looks like Star Wars. This is like their best frame of reference, right? Because they don't know what an actual drone looks like, so they say it's aliens.
Okay.
What did they do? Like a quadruple homicide? They're in jail that long?
Yeah, I mean, it's life 25. A lot of stuff happens in 25 years.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like there were other sci-fi movies made in that time.
Yeah, but like they don't explain how drones work. And also just like it's overwhelming to actually see it in real life after you've been looking at the same four walls for a certain amount of time. So they
Well,
say it's Star
also,
Wars night. Yeah.
also for reference, like last episode, we found out that Slava was in jail during the exact period that everyone decided that Shrek was for adults. So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a lot of stuff changes.
I mean, yeah. Do you ever feel like you missed random shit when you were in jail? Like just like vibes, like you
Yeah.
know.
Like Kim Petras, no idea. There's no way to like know stuff that starts on a niche that becomes mainstream. There's no way to like track that back. The most niche programming you have is like Bill Maher, right? Everything else
Oh
is like
God.
literally the mainstream media. And you
Oh,
don't
Scab Boy.
yeah, I mean it's fucking Bill Maher, like what do you expect from him? He's a piece of shit.
I
But
yeah, I expected exactly Bill. I expected Bill Maher to do exactly that.
I'm surprised he changed his mind.
Did he?
Yeah, he said he's not doing it
Yeah,
anymore.
him and Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Well, Drew Barrymore got bullied.
I mean, Bill Maher has been getting bullied for a very long time for just being Bill Maher.
Dude, like after watching as much Bill Maher as I had during my time incarcerated, I can pretty confidently say that the studio audience is made up of the same kind of group of people because it's the same fucking laugh every time. Like it's the same guy who does like the extended prolonged laugh slightly beyond everybody else. And like there's no way they're just like they just happen to be inviting that one guy back every time. So these
I
are
mean, it
guys
could
who
be
just like the free food that comes at the tapings. So they consistently show up.
canned.
No, 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 no. I feel like he would have too much pride to do that. Because he gets really upset when people don't laugh at his jokes. That's like the funniest thing about Bill Maher is when he says something and the audience reacts poorly and he like gets mad at them on the spot and he like calls them dumb because they didn't like his shitty jokes.
Oh, so now I can't talk about kicking babies and how much fun it is. Okay. Yeah, I thought this was America. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad I've never watched any Bill Maher, and so I can't follow up Trey's joke with my own joke.
Really? You've never watched Bill Maher?
No, man.
Not even like accidentally? Like your dad
Dude,
didn't
I'm
used to
jealous
watch it
of
back in
her.
the day?
No, we were a Daily Show family. Also, we didn't have HBO.
True. Trey, have you watched Bill Maher?
Yeah, it used to be my parents' favorite show, and then they got sick of him.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. So I've been like home like for Christmas or whatever, and like my mom and dad's watching Bill Maher, and I'm like, this guy sucks and he's ugly.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
like hates when people make fun of old people.
That's like the one thing that he's like, no, the line is here.
Yeah,
Like,
that's literally it. He's like, that's the one people it's okay to be mean to. Everybody else, you're not allowed to be mean to. Woke culture. Buh, buh, buh. That's my Bill Maher. Could we talk about Drake real quick?
Did he make up that album was coming out, or like what's going on?
Well,
Here?
do you guys remember that poetry book that was supposed to accompany the album? And ain't
and
no
the album
motherfucking
did
album.
not come out.
And he just put
Sorry.
out a post saying that he's still working on the album. That's right.
I don't know how much Bravo TV you watch, but Drake reminds me a lot of these like dudes on shows like fucking Summer House and Southern Charm and shit, where it's like, yeah, you're like 44 years old and you make a living just getting drunk every day and not really having an actual job where you make things.
Right. And ideally, he's supposed to make music because he says he works so hard on it. But where's the album?
And also, like, Drake's funny because like he always complains about people saying he doesn't work hard enough, and like I've never heard anybody complain about Drake not working hard enough. I've heard a lot of complaints about Drake, but I've never heard anybody say, you know what? I just don't think Drake really puts the hours in.
Until now.
My perception of him is someone who like does work fairly hard at the thing that he does.
I think he works really hard at being Drake.
Yes.
If that makes sense. Yeah. I don't think I've ever listened to an entire Drake album all the way through.
You should actually listen to Take Care. Take Care is a very, very good record.
I think the closest I got to that was If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
I would say that's his best album, actually. It's over
Yeah,
Take Care for me.
it's absolutely his best album. Yeah, it's followed closely by Honestly Nevermind. But yeah.
Listen, to shoot him some bail, Drake, the best thing about him is that he's managed to keep very smart people close to him, and he takes their opinion very seriously. So I think the biggest criticism of him is that he's not like a self-actualized person. And I think that's always going to be true of him. And hopefully he's just listening to people who still have their ear to what's going on. And I think he does.
Here's a very silly Drake anecdote. So I once had to cover a concert by, what was it, Majid Jordan, the OVO like electro R&B group. Yeah.
That's right.
And it was at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. I get there a little early because I'm writing about it, and I'm like hanging outside because it was like super stuffy in the concert hall or whatever. And Drake's like two white friends, like Obi O'Brien and like
Obi O'Brien.
Obi O'Brien and like the himbo looking guy.
Yeah, his name is Obi O'Ryan. Ryan Silverstein. Well, there's a Ryan and a Brian. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, those guys just like sit on the railing like next to me and are hanging out talking amongst themselves. And then one of them, I want to say Obi O'Brien, the guy who like once made a rap song, starts singing Hotline Bling, but rather than thing, he just sings ting with like a really intense like fake patois on ting. And it was so fucking weird.
Man, the amount of like yes manery that he probably surrounds himself with is insane. Those are not the guys I'm talking about when I say he surrounds himself with good people, by the way.
No, I mean like OVO 40 is like, he's very talented at doing music stuff.
Listen, Oliver, Chubbs, Hush, yeah, those would be the main ones. Those are the guys that tell him what's cool. If you listen to Oliver's little radio show,
which one is Oliver?
Oliver's Lebanon Dawn. He's the one. He hasn't gotten the hairline surgery, but he makes him look more distinguished.
This is OVO Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver El Khatib is his full name.
Oh, yeah.
Nice guy.
Oh, he's got good cheekbones. Good for him.
Yeah, he used to be like a fashion bro, and then he is now in Drake's inner circle. But his radio show is really good, and he has his ear to what's interesting. I just want to know like what direction this album goes.
Okay, so then there's OVO Brian.
Yeah, OVO Brian is the big old dwarf.
OBO Brian.
OBO Brian, yeah, that's right, from Hamilton.
OBO, okay.
Yeah, O.B. O'Brien is the one with the beard who once made a rap song that was like...
He looks kind of like Angus Cloud, R.I.P.
He does, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And then is it O.B.O. Ryan or O.V.O. Ryan?
I think it's just Ryan Silverstein now.
Okay.
Ryan Silverstein, yeah.
So he got kicked out of the inner circle?
No, they're still in there, but it's expanded. The inner circle, OVO Ryan and Obi O'Brien were never in the inner circle. The inner circle is like 4 guys.
Okay, wait, so we went through OVO Oliver, we went through Ryan.
Stop putting OVO in front of them like it's ASAP.
No, you have to.
Yeah, and what OVOs did I miss?
OVO Chubbs, OVO Hush.
OVO Chubbs. Okay, well, when I type in OVO and then a C, OVO Chubbs pops up. So, like, I don't know what you want me to fucking do.
Also, I think we should retcon his name to be OVO Obi O'Brien.
Can we call him OVO Drake?
OVO, did you go to OVO weekend?
Not this year. I don't think so. No. I stopped getting invited for free for some reason.
Chubbs is the one who is like the security, right?
Chubbs is the one who has his ear to the street, but yeah, Chubbs is the one who he raps about having the gun. But OVO Hush is like the ghostwriter. If you remember the beef with Quentin Miller, Meek Mill said, "We don't know where you got your style. Was it Quentin Miller? Was it Hush? Or was it Detail?"
So now there's OVO Detail.
No. Detail is the guy from Florida who I think something really bad happened to.
Oh, really?
Either he was accused of something really bad or something bad.
Oh, Detail was suing Drake for getting attacked by OVO.
Oh yeah, he got beat up by OVO.
Apparently, Chubbs broke his jaw. Goddamn, okay.
Don't say it was Chubbs. We don't know it was Chubbs.
I'm saying Detail has filed a lawsuit against Drake alleging that his jaw was broken by Chubbs.
I'm sorry, I believe you mean OVO Chubbs. And
well, the article lists him as OVO Chubbs earlier, so I just went by Chubbs for,
Okay. Also, I believe you mean Detail Knee OVO.
On 10 bands, Drake raps, I can tell you about them safe house nights out in Calabasas. But according to producer Detail, there's nothing safe about Drake's Los Angeles abode, as he is suing the rapper, claiming to have been set up to get beat down by his security.
I love a good fucking lead with some purple prose.
Yeah, man, the purple the better.
Yeah. You ever read the New York Post's coverage of Anthony Weiner?
Oh, I can only imagine.
I know they had some puns.
Listen, buddy. If you like the phrase Wiener pops up, look up the New York Post Anthony Weiner coverage. Like, I'm pretty sure they still have someone on the Anthony Weiner beat just so they can make dick jokes.
Have you ever seen the video of Anthony Weiner on the float at the Puerto Rican Day Parade?
I've watched that whole ass documentary, and it's so good.
Do you know he makes countertops now because he networked with a guy in jail who makes countertops, and now Anthony Weiner's working with him? Recycled glass countertops, too.
Wow.
Green.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Also, Anthony Weiner, I'm pretty sure he was like the first one that Trump said had, quote unquote, the laptop from hell. And that title has obviously been usurped by Hunter Biden's laptop from hell.
I don't want to hang out with Hunter Biden so bad.
What do you think his favorite Drake album is?
For All the Dogs. He has listened to it.
That's why Trump calls it the laptop from hell.
Because it's got like secret Drake.
Hunter Biden has so many Drake songs on, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. I don't like that Aubrey Graham.
I like ASAP Rocky.
Kodak Black, that's my kind of guy.
A real man's man.
I wouldn't pardon Drake for $1 million. I wouldn't pardon Drake for $10 million. All the McDonald's in the world, I'll go to bed.
Slava, what kind of jam bands they got up in Canada?
Buddy, I'm so happy you asked. Simple Plan, Billy Talent, Sum 41, Avril Lavigne.
Those are just Canadian bands.
Yeah, they jam.
Justin Bieber.
No. Those are jam bands, bro.
No. Those are just bands that make like pop hits, which could be known as jams.
Okay, you don't know who Billy Talent is. You nodded along like
yeah,
you
I
did.
do.
Oh,
no, I
on.
do.
Okay,
no,
Alexis on Fire.
You've told me about Alexis on Fire.
Okay. Cancer Bats?
Nope.
Are these real bands or are you just saying things now?
See, this is Canadian culture. Okay.
Oh,
no, this is like never knowing if you're lying or not.
No, Cancer Bats are legit, bro. Cancer Bats, they make good music.
Okay, this is a real band. Okay.
Oh, yo, what's the band that only Canadian people like?
Tragically Hip and Rush.
Yeah. Tragically Hip. I looked them up on their Wikipedia page. It says that one of their lyrical themes is literally just like Canada.
Yeah, they have a lot of songs about like small town Ontario, like Bobby Canyon or Bobby. I'm gonna fuck. Oh, fuck. You have to edit that because I will get my citizenship revoked if I said that wrong. Bobby Kagan.
You know who's a Canadian who I like? Coulter Wall. That's a good Canadian singer.
What does he do?
He does like austere acoustic alternative country music.
Oh, this guy looks like the next evolution of Oliver Anthony. Like the Charizard to his Charmander.
Yeah, except it's like he came first. Oliver Anthony is a lesser Coulter Wall.
Jesus Christ, this guy's from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. That's like nowhere.
What's Saskatchewan? Explain this to me.
Saskatchewan is like our Montana.
It's like a forgotten province, dude.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Like everyone literally always forgets about it and Nunavut. It's like Montana. It's right beside Ontario, but everyone's like, ugh, I don't want to leave Ontario. Where am I going to go? And then they list every other place to the east and west of Ontario, but they never mention going to Saskatchewan. Although Saskatoon famously got a Picasso for their art gallery.
Well, why?
Oh, no shit.
Maybe they
Just
had to.
As a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they spent the whole province budget on it. It's like they were just throwing a Hail Mary here, guys. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're deeply in debt now.
Yeah, I remember reading a couple articles about this a few years ago, and it's just like, man, it's bleak over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Vice legend Derek Mead is calling me real quick. Hold on.
Put him on speaker.
Right.
Make content.
Yeah, put him on speaker.
Yeah, Derek.
What up, my brother?
Well, you're on the podcast right now. You just called in.
Yo, what's up, Derek?
Hello.
Oh, I'm on the bay right now. What's up, gang?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
I'm just on the ferry right now. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing actually on this ferry. But I was trying to call Trey because I have a lot of thoughts about the pod, so I love all of you guys. I'd like to get to that later.
Oh, thank you.
I could just ask like Trey for like an immediate question. Is what is the name of the dude, my man, in the smoking jacket who's in the line every day?
Oh, hold on. Let me look him up real quick.
I'm literally like forgetting like handle, and I want to type it in to send to someone.
Because I was looking at him today too. It's like Rex Poppy, Rex_Poppy.
Oh, Rex Poppy. Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you.
All right, no problem.
I was in a senior moment. Thank you for that.
All right, yeah, yo, you got to come on the pod one day.
All right, we're both coming on.
All right, sick.
All right, bye, Derek.
All right. Rex Poppy. I'm
See you later.
Poppy. I love you both.
All right, peace, man. Do you guys know about Rex Poppy?
No, what is Rex Poppy?
Rex Poppy is this guy who just like he'll find a line of people and have his phone on like selfie mode and walk up and just put his arm around random people in the line. And sometimes they freak out, and sometimes they just like it's like the best vibe check I've ever seen. Like, is this person cool or not?
That's sick. And it also seems like he's not in North America doing this.
Well, hard to tell. Hard to say.
So to take it back to the UFO stuff, did y'all see that Blink-182 is putting out a new record?
Yeah, I like wasn't very excited, and then I watched the Zane Lowe interview that is like made to get you excited, and guess what? Fucking worked. I'm excited.
Wait, is Travis Barker going to be involved? Like, he's a little too busy being in like a teenage type of love with Kourtney Kardashian, it seems like.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy how he became the most popular one out of the three of them?
Yes.
Nah, I mean, like he had the look and all. He was like the cool looking drummer with all the tattoos and shit.
Back also then, everybody just kind of looked like that. Yeah. He looked like every member of Good Charlotte.
Every member of Good Charlotte looked like him. There's a difference.
It was a specific kind of guy, but I personally did not think that Travis Barker would be.
Then he did the shit with DJ AM.
Didn't he like drum on the like LeBron song with Eminem and Kanye and Drake?
Forever?
Yeah, that one.
What, the Sprite commercial song?
No, that was a Poker Stars commercial, if I remember correctly.
I thought it was a commercial.
No, what's the Sprite commercial when like Drake's in the booth and then like his entire head just like does some gadget shit?
That is correct.
And Sprite comes out.
Yeah, they do use Forever for that commercial, but the song Forever starts with LeBron James on a jet playing Poker Stars.
Yeah, wasn't it like a LeBron documentary song or something?
That sounds right. Yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah. And Travis Barker was not involved in that. I don't think.
Wasn't that also the theme for Ballers?
Never watched
Ballers. No, that's a different Drake song. That's a different Drake song, I think.
The theme for Ballers is right above it. I'm sad to say I have watched Ballers.
Right above it, probably one of my
Always,
favorite.
always a sick dude.
One of my favorite Wayne verses, and right above it too. First of all, right above it, great song because Drake just like breaks down the plot of Slumdog Millionaire,
Yes.
and then Wayne says the words, "I got my gun in my boot purse," and I have yet to hear anyone ever call it a boot purse since or before then.
I mean, that's referring to like the trunk of a car, right? And or Lil Wayne watches a shitload of John Wayne movies.
It does sound like something Biden would accidentally say in a presser.
Well, I googled boot purse, and it's just a bunch of cowboy boots been refashioned into purses.
That also seems like a thing Lil Wayne would have carried at that time. Like that sounds expensive.
There's also a specific Urban Dictionary entry for Lil Wayne's boot purse.
Oh,
And what does it say?
Apparently, it's what Lil Wayne keeps his pistol in when he walks around. It's a very fashionable accessory which you can obtain by killing Lil Wayne and prying it from his cold, dead hands.
That's fucking tautological. I hate that. I remember this is some deep, like late 2000s, early 2010s Twitter lore. But I remember that Heems from Das Racist had a bit where he claimed to have ghostwritten the Drake verse on that song.
Dude, that's such a good lie to tell.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about Blink-182 is they never really like got into rap at their height. Like almost by design, some would say.
Well,
I mean, they weren't new metal, you know?
No,
they had the song
weren't.
"Feelin' This," which had ad libs.
That's it. Yeah, they're pretty much the Migos.
I mean, there's always been ad libs. Like Bill Withers had ad libs, you know?
That's true.
Like lovely day, man. It's like lovely day. Lovely. He's like, a lovely day, lovely day. Lovely day. Yeah, those are ad libs.
Fair.
No, I do agree with Drew's line of thinking. There's also three of them. Like there were three Migos. It's pretty much a hand in glove comparison.
All right, okay. Well, here's a question then. Members of Blink, which Migo are they?
Offset is Travis.
Tom DeLonge is Takeoff because they took him off the band.
Yes.
And
that means Hoppus is Quavo. It works. Perfect.
And then Travis Barker is Offset because he surprisingly became the most famous out of all of them for some reason.
The vibe of Blink-182 was never really captured again after they went away. I mean, it was because like instead of three guys making fun of stuff that you saw on MTV, it was just Eminem making fun of stuff you saw on MTV.
Well, they were contemporaries.
One bled into the next. They were not at the height of their popularity at the same time.
I kind of disagree. I mean, we could figure this out via Wikipedia, but
Let's go off vibes.
I got the goddamn discographies up.
Okay.
Yeah, so Eminem's debut, Infinite, came out in November 12th, 96. And Cheshire Cat, Blink's debut, came out February 95.
All right.
Dude Ranch 97 and has gone platinum. Eminem's Slim Shady LP, his sophomore album was 99, went like 5 times platinum. And Marshall Mathers LP was 2000, which has also gone fucking diamond.
Yep.
That's because he works the hardest.
If you work the hardest, you sell the most albums. That's the way it works.
Yeah, that's it.
I did not know Blink-182 released the album in 2019. Okay. Yeah, it did 77,000 in sales.
That's very respectable for like a band these days.
In the streaming era.
Yeah, if we could sell 77,000 albums, like
you know who else I'm going to throw in the mix here? Who rap actually did acknowledge fairly hard? Fall Out Boy.
Yes.
Fall Out Boy's hard, bro. I still listen to that shit.
Dude, I was listening to Infinity on High the other day.
With a Jay-Z intro.
Yes.
And fucking Babyface produced like 2 of the songs on it.
Yes.
Yeah, like Thanks for the Memories is a fucking
banger.
Like R&B song technically.
Okay. Let me tell you a story about Blink-182. Okay, so baby Slav, probably 13, 14 years old, little mustache on him, goes to the mall, to get new music. Okay, this is the first time I had my own money. I was shoveling sidewalks. I decided to buy 2 albums. One of them was Country Grammar. The other one was Blink-182, Enema of the State. We are driving home, and my parents say, let's put on one of the albums that you just got. I said, okay, great. Let's put on Blink-182. I don't think you guys are going to like hip-hop music. The second track on Enema of the State, and you're going to have to take my word for it because it's been wiped off streaming services and the internet writ large, is a song called Family Reunion. Have any of
That
you ever
sounds
heard
wholesome.
of the song Family Reunion?
No, but it sounds wholesome.
Go on.
Yeah, it sounds wholesome as hell. And it's actually a very short song. It's actually just like live footage from their one of their concerts, and the entire song is Drew's dad, please cover your ears, and my mom too, I guess. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. They repeat that 4 times. Then Mark Hoppus and Tom DeLonge say, I fucked your mom. And then Tom DeLonge also says, and I want to suck my dad and my mommy too. Oh, is this thing on? You can't find this song anymore. It's not on streaming. This was seared into my memory. This happened. I have a distinct memory. Song number 2 on Enema of the State.
Okay. So according to Wikipedia, Family Reunion, it has its own separate Wikipedia entry.
Amazing.
Family Reunion is a song by the American rock band Blink-182. The song, which lasts only 35 seconds, is essentially a sung-through version of comedian George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words routine. Recorded in 1999, it was distributed as a promotional single for the band's third album, Enema of the State. Background. Family Reunion originated during the band's live concerts, where they created the song while joking around. A studio version was recorded at the behest of NoFX frontman Fat Mike, and was included on Short Music for Short People, a 1999 Fat Records compilation featuring 101 short 30-second songs.
Okay.
The studio version was produced and mixed by Jerry Finn. The song was also released on a promotional CD given for free to radio programmers, as if this shit was going to go on the radio, and record stores promoting the release of the band's third album, Enema of the State. The song is a staple of Blink-182's concert set list. Numerous live recordings exist, most notably on the band's solo live album, The Mark, Tom, and Travis Show, The Enema Strikes Back. In 2015, Rolling Stone contributor Andy Green named it the band's single most juvenile song.
You know what? I stand corrected after Trey reading that. It was the Mark, Tom, and Travis Show, The Enema Strikes Back, and it's song number 4. But I don't know if it's on streaming. Let me check. It's still here. Never mind.
I do really like the idea that you had, which was that like this song was so offensive that Blink-182 scrubbed it from the internet.
They retconned it out of existence.
Exactly. Because like that shit does happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia I just can't watch anymore.
I forgot Enema of the State has a song on it called Aliens Exist. Great. Wait, hold on a minute. I just scrolled past the phrase gay porn in the Enema of the State Wikipedia entry. So the band played to sold out audiences and performed worldwide during the summer of 2000 on the Mark, Tom, and Travis Show tour. The tour was staged as a drive-in movie with a giant retro billboard suspended from the ceiling, and films were projected on the screen behind the band, including vintage gay porn as a joke. Man, can you imagine how many parents were so mad when they brought their like fucking 12-year-old to see Blink-182?
Yeah, man.
Well, that's like parents are the demographic of people who like Blink-182 now.
Yes,
that is incredibly ironic.
Barker broke one of his fingers during an altercation with 2 men who kept flirting with his girlfriend in Ohio, and Damon Delapaz, guitarist of Phoenix, stepped in on drums for Barker. Hoppus recalled an overwhelming emotional feeling when the band sold out the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles.
Dudes rock.
Yeah, I mean, who among us, you know?
Yeah, no, my hands, they never heal because I'm always just like punching guys for looking at my girlfriend.
I mean, I don't even have a girlfriend, but you know, as a number one woman respecter on this podcast,
you're just punching every dude who looks
at women. Yeah, don't even dare.
Yeah, even if I catch wandering eyes across the bar, man, I just like fucking Falcon punch a motherfucker. Don't even disrespect her in your mind, dude.
Do you carry a boomerang so that you can like most effectively defend women from bad men?
So it turns out I used to, and then it turns out like boomerangs aren't really great for Brooklyn-sized bars. They just end up breaking a lot more glasses than they do people. And this is why I've been 8'6" from like basically everywhere east of Bushwick.
Any bar that a friend of yours doesn't own.
Yeah, pretty much. Even some of those, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah, like I walk in and like before I even set a foot, it's like, Trey, I swear to God, if you have that fucking boomerang. I just have to leave it with the bouncer.
They're like patting you down and they find a boomerang on you.
Yeah, it's a rough life, but you know, someone has to live it.
That's true.
Have you guys ever been to a Blink concert?
I saw Angels and Airwaves, which is Tom DeLonge's post Blink 182. Like he left the band for a while to do this other thing. I saw them open for Weezer when I was in college.
Okay, how was it?
Did they perform the song Aliens Exist?
They did not, but
Is Angels and Airwaves about aliens?
it was celestial. And when Tom DeLonge started his like alien finding group, part of the sell was that like the proceeds from Angels and Airwaves would fund alien finding.
If you actually did watch the thing in that Pitchfork post with Zane Lowe, he doesn't exactly like denounce it, but he says he got caught in a lot of big oceans with deep ideas.
What?
When talking about the aliens thing, because it's part of their history. They can't just like pretend it didn't happen. But for the sake of this, they have to.
Dan Ozzie, friend of the pod, he was the one who broke the story that Tom DeLonge was leaving Blink 182 and they were replacing him with the Alkaline Trio guy because Tom DeLonge left to concentrate on alien hunting full time, like running his like alien hunting business that included like astral projection experts and like former defense contractors who claim to have seen UFOs and shit.
And did he like go in front of Congress or something, Tom DeLonge?
No.
Or
He's
like,
I feel like something like that happened.
Luis Elizondo, who is like his co-founder of that company, has been in front of Congress multiple times. Also, yo, did you guys watch the fucking video where someone went in front of like the Mexican Congress or whatever and was like, here, I brought an alien, and it like looked like Baby Yoda?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about this.
It was so fucking funny.
the funny thing is the way, like, that was the first time I've actually heard it described as it actually happened, because the news I saw was like the Mexican government presents this alien they found.
Well, didn't the Mexican president also like think he saw an elf in a tree like last year or some shit?
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, y'all don't remember this?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador did not seem to be joking when he posted a photo of a
Luxie,
a mischievous woodland spirit in Mayan folklore. The headline is just Mexican president posts photo of what he claims is an elf.
It's pretty convincing though.
And like, if you look at the photo, it just looks like a monkey or a lemur or some shit. But I don't know enough about this folklorish, beast to know the differences.
He just saw a Pokemon. You got to turn the AR thing off, the AR filter, or else it looks like it's real.
This is also one of the greatest like geopolitical headlines I've ever seen in my life. And then also the photo of him just holding his arms, like, what? Come on, it's an elf. It's an elf.
Whatever. I want it to be an elf.
But you think aliens are real, right?
I thought this was settled business. Like,
but so aliens aren't real, but elves are.
I don't think either are real, really.
Well, no, I think that aliens as a podcast, we have concluded that aliens, as long as it's a very broad term, aliens are real. Broad is in like, if like, we're defining technically alive bacteria as aliens.
But how much does oxtail cost up in Canada, Slava?
Buddy, like $40 for a plate.
Woo!
It's insane. It's insane. And then like they're gonna charge you for the
It's
gravy.
like, yeah, man. You used to be able to get a plate for like $12 down here. Now it's like in the 20s. Like I want to see this ox that y'all are cutting the tail off. Dude, you go to Food Bazaar down here, the one I used to live by. They will sell you the whole tail. You got to cut it up on your own though.
That's fine.
Yeah. Also, I did not realize that oxen had tails that long. Like it comes frozen too, so like, you could beat the shit out of somebody with it if you needed to, like in hurry.
I'm just imagining like GMO enhanced oxtails that have been made to be like okja level long.
Oh yeah, like tentacles.
They have like a bunch of ox out there that just have like 3 tails.
Exactly. Yes.
Remember when they were trying to engineer chickens with like fucking 4 wings on them?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so the first like mag feature I ever did was for Time Out New York. It was a profile of ASAP Rocky when he had just dropped like Peso. He hadn't even dropped the mixtape, and he was playing his first show, and I did some shit on him for it, and I overheard him while I was like interviewing him on the phone. Someone was like, "What do you want to get from Subway?" And he was like, "I want a vegetarian sub." And I was like, "Oh, are you a vegetarian or something?" And he was like, "Yeah, man. Have you ever heard of what they do to those chickens?"
I mean, like to come full circle, why do you think I go to the butcher, man? All this shit's local and ethically raised in farms.
This is gonna sound embarrassing, but the only reason I know what pescatarian is because ASAP Rocky became one a little bit after your interview and then talked about being one.
I just think Drew talked to ASAP Rocky like 2 hours into him deciding he was a vegetarian. And then a while later, he's like, "Nah, man, I need some salmon or something, man." Like, yeah.
It's like no eggs. Wait, I didn't know. Yeah.
No, I think you can. No, that's vegan.
No, pescatarian is fish and eggs.
Yeah, but vegetarian you can have.
No,
You
vegetarian.
can have butter.
Yeah,
You can have animal products. You can't have the animal.
Yeah, but as a vegetarian, you can't eat fish and eggs.
No, you can't eat fish. Like, there's not a baby chicken inside the eggs.
Well, it depends on what parts of the South you're in, but
yeah, I mean, well, no, that's like a different category of food.
the humble egg doesn't fall into this category and is therefore included in the vegetarian eating pattern. Okay.
The humble egg. Who's carrying water for eggs, bro?
This has been Nerzy. I've been Drew.
I've been Trey.
I'm Slava and I support Khalistan.
I don't know how problematic that is or if he said anything wrong. So like we'll leave it in for now. But yeah, if you know if a couple Dudley Do-Right shows up at my door with the fucking extendo, then I'm just gonna tell him it was Slava.
Wait, does this mean that Snidely Whiplash was American?
I guess so.
Who the fuck is that?
Isn't that the antagonist of Dudley Do-Right?
This is how we are going to end the show. Snidely Whiplash, nationality. Oh, and ethnicity pops up. Okay, let's get real weird. Originally Peel, main antagonist and Dudley Do-Right of the Mounties. He is an arch enemy of Dudley Do-Right. He was listed among the 100 greatest characters in television animation. Okay, that's Whiplash is obsessed with tying young women to railroad tracks. Like he just can't stop doing it.
Oh no, Snidely Whiplash.
He has no reason to do so, and he realizes no gain, profit, or advantage. But it's simply Whiplash is obsessed with tying young women to railroad tracks. He has no reason to do so, and realizes no gain, profit, or advantage, but is simply compelled to do it.
Just doing it for the love of the game.
Just can't stop doing it, man. I've never seen this episode, but on one occasion, typical of producer Jay Ward's sense of humor, Whiplash and Do-Right changed hats. Do-Right became the criminal. Do-Right became the criminal supervillain who actually succeeds at a crime, and Whiplash became the RCMP hero for capturing the evil Do-Right. This role reversal was repeated in the 1999 film adaptation.
I remember this, starring Brendan Fraser.
Okay, I don't remember this. Man, Brendan Fraser was doing so many of these type of. He was George of the Jungle.
Yes, great movie. He was in. I forget what it was called, but it was like it might have been like Meatheads or something. It was like a movie with him and Adam Sandler and somebody else where they were like a heavy metal band full of idiots.
Okay, let's end here because next episode is definitely going to be Brendan Fraser appreciation